What's going on, guys? Swifty here, just bringing you a quick video on some Battlefield 4 settings that'll help your game run a little bit smoother and more clear. It'll definitely help you get some more kills out there too, honestly. It'll help clear up some things with some in-game settings and some settings in Origin that you'll have to turn off. Even if you're on Steam, in Origin, it runs in the background and it'll do a lot to your PC. So you just start off right away with Origin, just go into application settings, and all of these you can just leave. It doesn't matter. Uh, Diagnostics, I have all of these turned off. Saves, this is default. Not really sure what this does, but doesn't really matter. Notifications, this is personal preference. I just have friends starts game on and all the other ones off. You can turn all of them off if you really want to. Origin in game, so this is what you want to turn off. Basically, this just does a whole lot more than it needs to in the background, and um, even after you're done playing and everything, it'll still be running in the background. So if you just turn this off, it'll help your PC kind of cool down a lot. So a couple more things, what you also want to do is you want to right click your Battlefield 4 game in the root folder and then go to properties. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong thing. You want to go to compatibility and just disable full screen optimizations. I've already done that. And then also what you want to do is go into your Nvidia control panel and just go to adjust desktop size and position. Well, first of all, make sure in your resolution you're running the standard PC like resolution it gives you. If you run this stuff, it makes it run at a lower refresh rate for some reason. So just make sure you're on your highest refresh rate and resolution, and then your color is up to you. But go to your desktop size and position and just put it on no scaling. It'll be the best for you. You can turn off your suppression in Battlefield. So to do that, you just go into your File Explorer and go to wherever your Battlefield is installed. So just go to the root folder, just create a new text document, and just click enter, just go in it, and then copy paste this. I'll put it in the description, and this turns off your suppression. And this is just the max FPS, and this is the FPS counter. I have that off. So now you have that in there. You go File, Save As, and you do all files, and then you name it user.cfg, and then save. And I already have one, so I'm not going to overwrite it. I'm just going to cancel. But that's how you do that. Hop into options and go into controls. First thing you want to do if you're on mouse and keyboard, I am, so raw mouse input on. You want vehicle aim relative control on, and uniform soldier aiming on. That helps a lot. And you go into advanced options, and you want decouple aiming from turning on. That's for when you're in a gunner seat in the attack chopper and the chopper is turning. It'll turn your camera a lot, so it just kind of helps that a lot. It doesn't really turn your camera as much. Obviously, it's going to at some point when it turns like too much, but until that point, it won't mess with your camera. And then you want this at 0 down here. So, alright, so now into gameplay. All of this stuff doesn't really matter. I'd obviously just suggest turning off tutorials and your hint system. But going into advanced options, you want to turn off jet chase camera roll. It's basically just makes the chase camera when you're third person in the jet follow the jet when you're air rolling rather than just staying straight. It definitely helps putting some more accurate shots on and just controlling the jet better. It's definitely better to play with that off. So, and then you just want to scroll down. Your mini map size, anywhere from 150 to 200 is good. Anywhere lower than that, it's just too small, right? So you want to keep going down. All of this stuff is colors. So you keep going down until you find common HUD world icons. So all four of these, put them all to 0. Basically when you're aiming down sights, you want to be focused on targets, right? You don't want to be seeing the objectives and all that. So turn all of these 4 off, or 0 in zoom. And then go to enemy HUD world icons, and you want to make sure, so your scale with distance is 0, so there, when you spot an enemy, the icon doesn't get smaller with distance. And you also want your field upgrade armor icon on here so you can see C4 and mines and such. Just gives an extra little thing to spot. And then friend HUD world icons, you want to turn your health bar and revive timer thing to 0 when you're in zoom, and info visibility in zoom. And don't worry, you can still tell enemies from friendlies. There is still one blue dot that you can see when you're zoomed in. And then you want your ranks to be shown, and vehicle occupants in class to be shown. This is basically when you're in a vehicle, you can see the rank of whoever's in with you, and you can also see what kit they're running, so engineer, medic, whatever. And then all of this stuff you just want to turn off. Alright, so now in audio, I have my speaker type on headphones, speaker config on stereo. Sounds really good. I have this on and all this. This is default. And then, so the video settings. I'm currently on a 1080p monitor, 165 Hertz. So I have my resolution on that. And basically this is what you want. You want VSync off. You want your field of view. This is on foot, like infantry field of view. I have mine at 85 because higher than this it kind of feels weird when people are farther away. They're really small. So, and I'm on a 27-inch monitor sitting really close. So 85 is perfect. And when you're in vehicles, you want your vehicle field of view to be all the way up, because when you go into your chase camera, you can see a whole lot, right? So you want your motion blur off. You want weapon depth of field off. That's what that is, weapon DOF. It really helps with your aiming and muscle memory. I have my colorblind off. Resolution scale, you want it on 100. There's no reason to put it any higher than that. This is a pretty old game, and if you have anything that's within the last 5 years for hardware-wise in your PC, you should be totally fine running this game, especially with these settings. It's more for performance, and especially when we're getting over here to the right. It looks like we're turning a lot of things off, but the game looks really well, and I'll show you guys afterwards. So, basically, you want your texture on ultra, texture filtering on low, lighting quality low, effects ultra, post-process high, mesh ultra, terrain low, terrain decoration low, and then off, off, off for all the anti-aliasing and ambient occlusion. So that's really going to help with your game running a lot smoother and getting the highest FPS, which is really what you want. Alright, so moving into key bindings. Really all you want to do in here is go into, if you want to fly jets and do helicopters, everything else is up to you, but if you want to do jets and helicopters, the one thing I have to say is you should bind your pitch up to space and your pitch down to left control, because sometimes you really can't mouse drag yourself out of a situation unless you have a super long gaming mouse pad and long arms, but like it'd be pretty difficult to do sometimes in certain situations, and just using your keyboard helps a lot, especially when your helicopter is disabled or your jet gets hit by a missile and um, you can't you can't pitch up, but you can pitch down in your jet, so you can like turn your jet around and pitch down to fly up. So it'll just help a lot, and that pretty much wraps it up for all the settings. So this is what the game looks like. Still looks really good. Sun's really bright. When you aim down your sights, everything goes away. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Also, you don't have suppression anymore, so that's good. So I'll be making more videos soon. If you guys just want to stay tuned, I hope you liked the video, and have a great day or night wherever you are, and peace out.